You already know we gotta warm up first. We can't just jump out in the field and not warm up. I'm gonna play with the Bengals. And make sure y'all drink y'all water, bro. Stay hydrated. Are we playing the Jets? Let's get it.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and our focus is on Jared Cook. He was great a week ago, burning the secondary for 138 yards in that one. It's the Bengals and the Jets, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, our matchup here in this one, as so many do, revolves around the... Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Well, the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The Bengals are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He'll flip this out to Evans. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They go play action with Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now, they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that... Seven nothing. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. We get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
On first down, Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. They run with the second round. Ball has it knocked loose, and the Bengals grab it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
McPherson now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
And Charles, he's a rookie. He's put it on the ground once. Maybe defensively now they're saying, okay, we can get this young buck to cough it up 2-3 times. He's got to be careful here.
Yeah, they do tend to zero in on the young runners because once one comes out, as you noted, you think there's an opportunity for more. This is where you have to get with that guy and say, all right, they're going to come after you, but we believe in your talents. Take care of the football, and let's go.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 44, Wilson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hall again on 2nd down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Open, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Bengals grab it.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On one, right?
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll give it to Mixon, and he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. McPherson on for the point after. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Okay, break. 5-64, weak.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. But the Bengals had the remarkable run to the Super Bowl last year, but one team that gave them trouble were these New York Jets. You might remember back in Week 8, it was the Jets rallying behind backup Mike White, who threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns, and a 34-31. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Here's Wilson. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here. It's all like popcorn. Come on.
2nd and 4. To throw again is Wilson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now it's Wilson. And able to connect with Barrios. And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now it's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to... Picked up another.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball positioned?
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. To throw again on second down. Burrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to try and go deep again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached the intermission, and and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down from C.J. Uzomah there in New York. They were quick to pounce on him when he hit the open market from Cincinnati. They saw him set career highs across the board in 2021, and they believe his ceiling is even higher. Plays like that reinforce that belief.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Bengals set to take over. Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
The question for Mixon was after an injury-riddled 2020, would he be back to his old self in 2021? And not only was he back, he was even better. He set career highs across the board, finished top 4 league-wide in yardage and touchdowns.
Here we go. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's got this complete, finding Cook on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Right back to Cook for another completion. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Mixon with a first down carry. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Burrow on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. On second down, here's Mixon. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Right?
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
On 2.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are right back in this football game. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. 2nd and 14. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to the floor. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. And down he goes. They sack him him back right around the 41-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, and his throw here's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted. That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to win this football game. The Bengals drive about to get going. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for the deep ball, and that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. It's complete to Cook. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he floats one there, incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. Yeah, he'll be just a yard or two shy of the finish. Calling a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted him or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. They go play action with Burrow. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. And the Jets have got it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished.
This player has a zone ability. This is a powerful ability.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And bringing them out is a Pro Bowler back in the 2015 campaign. He's now approaching a decade in the league. It's Teddy Bridgewater.
A Pro Bowl quarterback early in his career at Minnesota before a horrific knee injury slowed down his progress. He's a more than capable quarterback and makes the most of his opportunities when he's a starter in the NFL.
of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Now, this defense for the Bengals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now Bridgewater. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And again, it's Bridgewater.
They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Buying time to his left.
And this one too low.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Bridgewater.
And he'll just get rid of it. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Mix it up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Bengals at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 37. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Gotta go.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Inside handoff to Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now it's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going, Nick.
And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
First down, Bridgewater. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Miami set to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They're going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Dolphins are back within a score.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Online, ready?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Here we go.
Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. A handoff to Mixon. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trip. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Personal foul. Basement. Defense.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Bridgewater on first down.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Play action now. Bridgewater.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Bridgewater now from the 50. And Wilson with it, complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, touchdown!
Cedric Wilson from 8 yards out.
And the late score here in the final minute of the first half.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So that challenge, a successful one.
2nd down and goal. Bridgewater. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Throwing is Bridgewater. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help.
And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Play action. It's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Bridgewater's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and that will keep this a 4-point game. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Down to the 42, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 104 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They go play action with Burrow. It's complete to Cook. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here we go. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 12, Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater looking sideline, incomplete.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there.
And that'll make it 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here's Williams to return. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work.
He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. He gets this one to Boyd.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Mixon running wide side. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Here we go, here we go.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It goes as a pickup of 23. And the Bengals are going to have a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow, open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now Joe Mixon. 109 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Now Burrow. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Throwing, Bridgewater. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He's got a man, complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And a completion to Wilson.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
It's Hill, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Back to Mixon on first down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Once again, they run with Mixon, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
11
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Bridgewater over the middle here to Wilson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Bridgewater now.
Going right back to Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 27. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign. Choose from 4 preset offers that range in level of risk.